Ligue 1 correspondent Julien Laurens explains how PSG intend to comply with financial fair play regulations to land Kylian Mbappé. Shaka Hislop evaluates the latest rumors in football, including Barcelona's targeting of Willian and Angel Di Maria. Former PSG striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic reflects on Neymar's historic transfer and the impact it will have for the club. Paris. Although it was Neymar who enjoyed most of the praise after Paris Saint-Germain thrashed Toulouse 62 at Parc des Princes last Sunday, it was hard not to notice the impact Javier Pastore had when introduced as a substitute. Sent on with just over 20 minutes to go and just before Marco Verratti was sent off for a second bookable offense, the Argentina international was the catalyst for late flurry of goals and scored a sublime effort himself to make it 42 with just 8 minutes to go. With the Italy international suspended for 3 League One matches and about to serve the first of those games for the visit of Saint-Etienne on Friday, Pastore now has a chance to seize on his teammates' absence and play his way into Unai Emery's starting 11. Game cost lineups and stats for the last 2 seasons. Javier has suffered injuries that have not allowed him to play regularly, the Spaniard told journalists when asked about El Flaco at his pre-match news conference on Wednesday. "For me, the most important thing is that he be ready to be in the team. Beyond that, there is competition in the squad and everyone's performances count. Since the beginning of the season, he has played in every match either as a starter or a substitute. He can play in the middle or on a flank, he brings us a lot in attack, but he knows he also needs to help in terms of winning the ball back. He has his place in the team, for sure. He could be up for a spot in midfield given that Marco will be suspended. We also have Giovanni Lo Celso and Christopher Nkunku who can play in the position." Pastore fits into a team that is rapidly becoming Neymar's because of his incredible technique, and in awkward home domestic fixtures, such as Toulouse and Saint-Etienne, he can help to ensure that the Brazil international and the attack keep seeing a lot of the ball. The 28-year-old from Córdoba was unlucky to lose his place in the starting 11 after he scored the second goal in the 20-season opening win over Amiens, but he responded well against Toulouse and now is the moment for him to really show Emery how vital he is to the side. Pastore will not be able to keep Verratti out of the team past his 3-game ban, but considering Angel Di Maria's disappointing start to the campaign, he can realistically hope to be considered alongside Neymar and Edinson Cavani in attack instead of his compatriot. Javier Pastore was the odd man out at the beginning of the season but has responded with 2 goals in 3 games for PSG. Both Albiceleste stars are creative and can play at speed, but while Di Maria is better suited to playing out wide, he is a more capricious talent than Pastore. If fit, the former Palermo man is generally more reliable than Di Maria. Even in a wing position, Les Parisiens' popular number 27 will probably offer greater consistency than his fellow Argentine. Starting against Saint-Etienne at home, Pastore should be aiming to put pressure on Di Maria and the returning Julian Draxler, and a similarly influential display to his one against Toulouse. But over a longer period of time would go a long way to getting him out of his regular substitute role. There is no doubting Pastore's ability when he is fit and available, but his physical condition is often the biggest question. It is because of this that he is no longer considered an automatic starter. However, if the South American can use Verratti's suspension to force his way into Emery's starting 11, he and his Italian teammate could then bring significant and consistent creativity to the team together at the expense of a disinterested Di Maria. Depending on what happens in the transfer market between now and the end of the month, a midfield comprised of Pastore, Verratti and Adrien Rabiot is also a possibility, with defensive midfielder Thiago Motta struggling at the start of this season. However, what is clear is that if Pastore can impress against Saint-Etienne and then keep things up after the international break, then a place in this starting 11 is not yet beyond him. Jonathan Johnson covers PSG and the French national team for ESPN FC. Twitter @JohnLeGossip